Lopez is having success is when he's throwing that right hand off the jab. Too often in this fight, I've seen him kind of load up on these punches, and Kambosos sees them coming, and he's able to either evade them or get a glove up to block them.
Lopez is having success with that jab to the chest and to the belly, and that right hook to the body.
And Sergio, when you go into a fight thinking you're going to blow a guy out, and all of a sudden he's still standing in front of you after 5 rounds and could be actually winning the fight, how does your mentality change? It
changes drastically because everything that you thought was going to happen, didn't happen. So you gotta go to plan B and C.
And what is plan B and C for Teofimo Lopez?
Get back on the jab and just focus on the body of Kambosos. I think that's where he's had his most success. Fight behind the jab. Let Kambosos get to you, because Kambosos has just been backing up the entire time.
Another right hand from Kambosos.
Just not enough activity from Teofimo. He's looking for that one big shot, whereas Kambosos is racking up points by throwing the jab and throwing combinations.
The only other time Teofimo Lopez has been knocked down was in his professional debut. He got off the canvas and won by a second-round knockout. That was not the case here tonight.
Teofimo, as good as he is, he doesn't waste punches. But right here, he needs to punch. But obviously, Kambosos is looking to counter something big. So he's catching it. He's caught in between, Teofimo is.
Nice 1-2 from Kambosos. And Lopez is starting to look a little perplexed. Like, what is this guy doing to me? This isn't supposed to happen.
There's no way Teofimo Lopez believed coming in that George Kambosos could take his power. Kambosos has done that, and now Teofimo looks a little bit flummoxed as how to outbox this guy.
Kambosos staying off the ropes. Anytime his back gets near it, he pivots away, takes the fight right in the middle of the ring, as he should. Just brilliant strategy right here by George Kambosos.
Body shot from Kambosos. Haven't seen a ton of that from either fighter. But Teo goes low there.
Blood streaming from the left eye of Kambosos.
Yeah, slight cut. Swelling over the... Oh, a nice right hand again from Kambosos, who's winding it up. He's trying to out-taunt Lopez. Not many guys try and do that. Oh, and a left hand right in the bell. What is Kambosos doing different than Lomachenko did against Teofimo?
Well, he started fast for one, and he's bigger than Lomachenko, so right off the bat, Teofimo has to respect the size of Kambosos.
Yeah, I think Lomachenko came into that fight with a little bit too much respect for Teofimo Lopez's power. Kambosos, at no point during this fight, has shown any real respect for the power of Lopez.
Yeah, but Lomachenko was a smaller fighter. He had to get out of those early rounds, which he did, and he took the fight the second half.
You're not wrong, Sergio, but stature-wise, there's a pretty big difference between Lopez and Kambosos in the ring. So we didn't weigh Lopez today, but I bet he rehydrated 10, 12 pounds.
More jabs from Lopez in this round. boy. Nice jab followed up by a straight right hand. Textbook work from Kambosos.
Teofimo's big shoulders help take away the punch from that, but still, that punch landed.
Let's bring in undisputed champ Jessica McCaskill. What are you seeing?
Coming out kind of hot-headed the way that Teofimo did. That was an amateur move. You got to keep your calm, because that's when things like that happen. You get knocked down. You don't respect the fighter in front of you. You keep your hands down. Silly things like that happen, and it does take toll on the score of the fight.
Only a undisputed champion like Jessica McCaskill can call another unified champion amateurish.
Just more loading up for Teofimo Lopez. He's not consistently throwing that jab when he's at this range. You should throw that jab and then follow it up with the right hand. Don't just stand there looking for one big shot.
And make no doubt about it, this isn't a fight Teofimo Lopez wanted. This is a mandatory fight. This was like a fight that just gets in his way of another big fight. He wanted to dispatch of him early, not have to think about him again, send him back to Australia. But Kambosos has other plans. Oh, nice uppercut.
Wait, sit back. Let him go. Don't do that.
I think Lopez, the look in Lopez's face, he finally respects George Kambosos. He knows that this man's a real deal.
Good body punch from Lopez. Kambosos told us, listen, if I get past 3 rounds, Lopez is in trouble. Well, we're about to head to the 8th. And Lopez still getting jawed at by Kambosos. So here we go. Round 8 scheduled for 12. Could be in the midst of one of the biggest upsets of the year. Lopez, a 13-1 favorite, knocked on the canvas in round 1. And since then, Kambosos Jr. has more than held his own. And it's been so long since we've seen Lopez in the ring, Sergio. Do you think ring rust has something to do with it, or was it simply overconfident?
Both, and that's a bad mix of two things that you shouldn't have as a fighter, especially as a champion.
And Chris, I still didn't sense any urgency in the corner of Lopez.
No, and I don't think you want to add any more urgency to Teofimo Lopez, who came out guns blazing. You need to settle down. You need to be telling him to throw that jab more. Don't just flick it out like that. Follow it up with right hands.
Every time he throws that jab, Kambosos come in with a check left hook.
And there's Chris Mannix's unofficial scorecard. 4 points ahead is the Australian.
Yeah, 68-64 in favor of George Kambosos. I thought he's taken control over these last 4 rounds, out-punching Lopez, landing cleaner shots, just doing great work in there for George Kambosos.
And even in when they mix it up, in the middle of combinations, Kambosos is still getting the upper hand. Even though Teofimo's landing some solid shots, Kambosos comes right back.
So it appears, at least according to Chris Mannix's scorecard, that George Kambosos. George Lopez is a comedian, not here with us tonight, but he might be watching. How you doing, George? Either way, Kambosos is on his way to a famous victory if he doesn't make mistakes. But all it takes is one against someone as powerful as Lopez. Teofimo Lopez told us yesterday in the fighter meetings, he goes, listen, I don't believe anything George Kambosos says. He's just talking himself up. He's fake. And Kambosos said, you'll see how fake I am. I won't back down an inch. Your weight cut is going to haunt you. I'm going to knock you down. I'm going to dominate you. Overhand right scores again.
That hurt Teofimo. Teofimo's rocked right now.
Kambosos bouncing on his toes. He's feeling the flow. He's in the zone.
The body shot on the inside by Teofimo Lopez.
And they swing it out at the end of the round. Round, things are heating up here at MSG.
Who would have thought Kambosos will hold his own in the exchanges with the bigger and stronger Teofimo Lopez?
You know, we brought up the power disparity between Lopez and Kambosos. To Kambosos, one thing he said to us was like, look, I have been sparring with much bigger guys for a long time, including a stint sparring with Manny Pacquiao, which Kambosos said gave him a lot of confidence that he'd be able to do this.
Let's send it upstairs to former world champion Chris Algieri.
Yeah, I mean, Kambosos is making everything work right now. Teofimo is living his nightmare. He came out really fast, and now he's deep in a fight that he expected to be over already.
Round 9 scheduled for 12. And even though Chris Mannix has Kambosos Jr. ahead, he can't fight like that. You've always got to make it definitive to take the belts off the champ.
Absolutely, and Kambosos did that with Mickey Bay in the States. He did that with Lee Selby across the pond. There's no way he leaves it up to the judges here in the backyard of Teofimo.
Power punches through round 8. 95 landed for Kambosos Jr. compared to 69 for Lopez. That is stunning, Sergio.
It really is, and I'm shocked and impressed by Kambosos, and you can see there's frustration with Teofimo. He wants to land something big. He's loading up, but that's the last thing you should do when you're frustrated. Go back to the simple basics of the jab.
Who's the better boxer, Chris?
Look, coming in, I would certainly have said Teofimo Lopez because...
Oh, right hand! A game-changing right hand! Kambosos looks unsteady! And now Lopez teeing off, but Kambosos fires back!
That's the first sign of weakness I've seen from George Kambosos.
And I love the look right now on Teofimo Lopez's face. No anxiousness, just pure calm as he sizes up George Kambosos.
The crowd buzzing, they sense something.
This is a heck of a fight.
It really is.
Chopping right hand there by Teofimo. Kambosos can't get hit with those shots. Ducking down to the same side like that. Teofimo's bound to catch him.
Good, solid round, and perhaps the best round of the... Who do you like, the champ or the challenger? One of the best fights we've seen in 2021. Chris Mannix has it even, 94-94.
And you see the middle rounds all belong to George Kambosos, but a tremendous rally over these last three by Teofimo Lopez.
Counter right, perfectly timed for Teo. And then a left. Everything's landing now for the champ.
Everything lands once he lands that right hook to the body. From there, everything gets set up upstairs. That's the best punch by Lopez.
Oh, and a nice right hand from Kambosos. Just when you think he's out, he gets right back in. You get the sense that Lopez is still thinking knockout. He's not thinking win by decision. His dad looking on.
Teofimo's got to keep being active.
Look at that gash over the left eye of Lopez now.
He's got a gash there, no question, trickling down the left side of his eye. But so far, the first half of this round, it's been controlled by George Kambosos.
Yes, it has, because Lopez is just looking for that counter right hand right there. But in the meantime, Kambosos is boxing circles around Lopez. And all with that jab.
How much is fatigue playing a part here for Teofimo Lopez?
You know, I don't think it is because of how Teofimo fought in these last three rounds.
Throwing punches.
It's fatigue, it's inactivity, it's overconfidence. It's a perfect storm of a lot of things going into the championship rounds.
Lopez seemingly was giving this round away. He'll take a look at that cut.
Now the question is, how was that cut caused? Was it caused by a punch from George Kambosos or a clash of heads? Because I didn't see a clash of heads in this round.
Neither did I. I would say it was a right hand.
That is a pretty nasty cut right now above the left eye of Teofimo Lopez.
Good counter left there for Kambosos. What a round for the Australian after being dropped in the 10th. He's winning this round in a very wide margin. And a right hand lands for Kambosos. He ain't dead yet. Wow, 3 minutes to go. Who do you like?
You wanna let this guy go, bro?
Told their fighters, you have to win the 12th.
Last year, Teofimo Lopez dug deep and won the last round against Vasily Lomachenko. He may have to dig deep to win this round and win this fight against George Kambosos.
Let's see Chris Mannix's scorecard here as we enter the final round. He's got Kambosos up by 1 point.
Picked up the win, or picked up the round in that last round, and he is now possibly 1 round away from the biggest win in Australian boxing history.
He looked down and out. He looked fatigued, gassed. In the 10th, he came back to dominate the 11th. Can he win the 12th, Kambosos? Combination work from Kambosos, who's winding up the right hand.
Those are still sharp punches by Kambosos. Lopez still got to be wary.
It seems like Lopez still hoping he can land one big punch.
And Sergio, this is what George Kambosos told us he trained for. All those months, all those postponements of this fight. His child was born, he kept training. His grandfather died, he kept training. He has been waiting for this moment for a long time, and he is fighting like a guy that is ready for it.
Blood continues to pour out of the cut of Teofimo Lopez. He's never been challenged like this. Many thought it would be a walk in the park for Lopez. It has been anything but a hellacious 12-round battle. Under a minute to go.
Kambosos is not going anywhere. He already felt the power of Teofimo. He is still trying to get that knockout with that left hook.
30 seconds to go. Australia's got to be going crazy right now.
Good body shots by Kambosos, not forgetting the body in this 12th round.
10 seconds left.
George Kambosos just fought the fight of his life.
What a battle! Has the takeover been overtaken?
And did the Greek Spartan take it? Incredible fight.
Gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action here at Madison Square Garden, we go to the judges' scorecards. Frank Lombardi, 115-111, George Kambosos Jr. Don Trella, 114-113, Teofimo Lopez. And Glenn Feldman scored this contest 115-112 for your winner by split decision. He's still undefeated. And the new IBF, WBO, WBA, WBC franchise, and Ring Magazine lightweight champion of the world, George Ferocious Kambosos.
One of the biggest upsets you will see. George Kambosos Jr. fighting out of Sydney, Australia, has beaten one of the biggest names in boxing in his hometown.
The takeover just got taken over by George Kambosos here in the Mecca of boxing. Incredible.
George Kambosos Jr.